Mass shooting in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm going to tell you why gun control shouldn't even be discussed here. All right, we've all seen the story now. A mass shooting in Jacksonville, Florida. 2 dead plus the killer at a video game tournament. It was a Madden tournament, NFL video games, football, in Jacksonville, Florida, at a game bar. It was like an establishment that existed to host these types of tournaments. People could go in, play various games. Would be pretty crowded on a nice Sunday afternoon as it was yesterday. I won't give the killer's name. I'm not going to give this guy any more attention except to say he was a 24-year-old from Baltimore, Maryland. Hold that thought, is very important. He killed Taylor Robertson, 27 years old, from West Virginia, and Eli Clayton, 22, from California. Robertson, had a wife and young child. Tragic, tragic stuff. But talking about gun control here is really ridiculous. Now, a lot of people are out there saying, Florida's got easy gun laws. It's evil. Florida's gun laws. Florida's gun laws. Oh, the new law after Parkland did nothing. Florida's gun laws. Assault weapons ban. Well, number one, the guy used a handgun. So no ban in the world would have mattered. Guy used a handgun. Second, bans don't work anyway. Second of all, didn't matter where the shooting took place because the guy drove down from Baltimore with the gun in his vehicle. In Maryland, if you don't know, has some of the most restrictive gun laws in the United States. So this has nothing to do with gun control. Nothing to do with gun laws. In fact, Maryland might be the most difficult right now outside of New York City and parts of California with obtaining concealed carry, legal concealed carry. Now, the ATF is involved. They're going to be digging into whether or not he purchased that gun legally, waited and went through all the hoops and hurdles in the state of Maryland. But no gun law, short of an outright ban or repeal of the Second Amendment, which will never happen and should never happen, would have prevented this. The fact of the matter is people sometimes snap. But there's a bigger issue here, and one we should be looking at. The killer, 24-year-old millennial, apparently killed these 2 young guys because he lost a video game tournament. So is this shooting more about the men not being taught to be men? Everybody getting a participation trophy. Men being told, if you lose, just appeal. Yell a little bit, you'll actually win. If you're a social justice warrior, if you scream and yell and you protest and you make that protest violent, then we'll bump you to the front of the line. Now, I don't know. I don't know if this is a byproduct of that or if the guy was just nuts and he snapped. His parents' divorce records indicate he had extensive medical needs as a child. Were some of those psychological? Well, medical records are pretty airtight, pretty sealed up due to HIPAA and other laws, so we may never know that answer. We may never know, but it needs to be asked. But the one really important takeaway from this case needs to be, do not politicize it. No gun control talk. The gun came up from Maryland, one of the most restrictive gun states in the nation. One of the most restrictive. This guy was hell-bent on doing damage if he didn't win that tournament. And I believe he would have used any instrument possible, including running these people down in the parking lot after the tournament if he had to achieve that end. But again, this is not about gun control, and anyone who's calling for gun control, anyone who's stepping over the bodies, anyone, terrible. 2 dead, plus the gunman, 11 others injured. Anyone who's stepping over those bodies, except for the gunman's, step on that, trample all over that, is pretty reprehensible to push a gun control agenda because they're lying to you. Gun came from Maryland to Florida. Gun was acquired in one of the most restrictive states in the nation. Gun control does not factor in to this tragedy at all. Never should, but especially in this one. All right, guys, I'm going to be updating you on this story as it develops. Also, check out my live show, Declassified Live, on the Rebel YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.